Today I want to show you guys two missions that I built that are based on an existing mission that I had built a few years ago. These two missions are the Desert Ops Run Tactical Arena Deathmatch version and the Desert Ops Run Tactical Arena Sector Control version. So this is the Deathmatch version, and as said, this is based off of the original mission Desert Ops Run Tactical Arena, which you can see here. So this mission I built back in 2019. It was updated 35 times. And basically this one, you could play against AI that you can spawn. The AI will garrison all of the buildings, and you can have up to 120 AI garrison them. And then you can have patrols that will roam around and you can engage them, and a lot of other features. Team Deathmatch version basically stripped all the scripts and the code and basically everything that made that mission work down to the basic framework of the mission itself. In this mission you have a custom plank system spent a lot of time on, and you can access all buildings through ladders, platform planks, staircases, ramps, roofs, or a walkway. Now let's take a look at the sector control. The sector control is pretty much the same thing, except it has sector control modules, which basically just gives it zones. Let's get in game and take a look at the team deathmatch one and then the sector control. So the scenario is going to be set on Altus in the desert, and this is the first mission, the team deathmatch version. This is a complex mission, as I said. Is based on the original Desert Ops Run Tactical Arena, which the team deathmatch version has been stripped down to, which is just all the framework. So this mission is an 8-on-8. So the way I start the players is without any gear. You choose your side, either blue 4 or old 4. You could just come to the ammo box and choose what you want from virtual arsenal, and then you can save it. I have a trigger here. If the enemy enters this trigger, they will be moved back to their spawn point. So enemies, you can't enter the other player's spawn area. Now when you respawn, you'll respawn in 3 seconds, and it's random, so you don't know if you're going to respawn in either one of these 3 locations if you're blue 4, and of course there's old 4 too. On the old 4 side, same thing. There's 8 playable spots. This is the arena. You can go into every building and access every roof through planks, by stairway, ladder, walkway. I had previously had wooden planks that would only go so far, and then I had issues with those where you would trip on them and sometimes get stuck, so you couldn't go nowhere. Now I've also set up wood steps all over the place so you can access these planks. Otherwise you would stop where you're at. Got a whole stair system. Let's get in game and I'll show you kind of what this looks like. You get an idea already, but so with this you're gonna basically play this mission in multiplayer. You can't play this by yourself because there's no enemy, obviously, because it's a player versus player. And basically once you guys get on the server, get into the MP lobby, and there's only 2 roles, so you just choose a role. They're all the same. You want to go to the MP parameters, and in the parameters you can change the weather, the time of day, whether you have stamina and fatigue, and whether you have player weapon sway or recoil, and you set those. Just hit OK. Mission will load, and once you're in game, then you're here and pretty much set. One cool feature, and there's the intro. One cool feature I want to point out to you is if you go to the map and you scroll in, you'll notice that there is silhouettes of all the buildings. Now each building has a silhouette, and that basically will give you an idea of where you're at in the mission. These black dots, if you're wondering, are actually the locations of ammo boxes. They just have some basic stuff in them. When the mission starts, you come up the arsenal, and you could choose your loadout. I'm just going to pick a loadout, and I want to show you guys something. So just choose your loadout, and if you scroll your action menu after you choose your loadout, you'll get two options. It says save loadout and load loadout. Now if you don't save your loadout, I'm going to show you what happens. I'm just going to respawn here real quick. And it's a 3-second respawn. It's pretty quick. And of course we respawn in the same location. It's going to be random, so you don't know if it's going to be one of these three. But basically, if you respawn without saving your loadout, you'll be back to where you started in terms of weapons and gear. So if you do arsenal again, and it doesn't matter what loadout or weapons or gear that you're using, what you want to do after you choose your loadout is save your loadout. So let's say I got killed, and I spawn in again. Of course I won't have my weapons and gear, but here's how this works. You go up to the arsenal and you load loadout, and you'll get your weapons and loadout right back. Now if you happen to get injured, let's say I'm just going to walk up a plank, and now I'm injured. So my guy is injured, and if you walk up to the sign, you'll be fully healed. Alright, another thing I want to show you is if you have FACs and first aid kits on you, a FAC on you, let's say you get killed. When you get killed and you have a FAC on you in your inventory, you will be able to revive and heal yourself. So basically it goes pretty quick. You just gotta wait for the animation, and then you could just fully play again. Now if you don't have any FACs or med kits on you, you have two choices. Either a fellow teammate that's on your side can revive you, or if that's not possible, you're going to end up respawning at one of the 3 locations. If you drop any weapons or gear, then it will eventually delete. So dead bodies, items, objects, whatever the player drops, if you enter the enemy's spawn point, what will happen is you'll be moved back to your starting point. So you're basically just teleported. Alright guys, let's take a look at the sector control one. Now the sector control version is the same exact mission as I just showed you, so I'm not really going to go into it. With this one, you have sector control modules. Let's go to the map, and basically there are 4 locations in which either side of the team can capture. Let's go in the mission itself, load up the mission itself, and see what this looks like. All the roles are the same, just choose a role, and then in the MP parameters, you have all the same parameters, except now you have also respawn tickets. So you could set this to 100 up to 1100 respawn tickets. So it depends how long you want to play the game. So we'll set it to 100. So the sector control, you get this message upon starting. The briefing is the same. You'll still get your intro like normal. And then at the top right you have the sector controls. So the top one, if you're on blue 4, is the blue, and below that is the Op 4 side, and of course you have 100 tickets. So if you get killed, it'll subtract 1 ticket upon respawn, and basically you have the same setup. And you have 4 objective areas, sectors to capture. You have the construction building, you have the other one, and then your military office building, and of course your silhouette of the map. So let's go to the first one. And then if you have 2 players within a sector, the capturing goes a lot quicker than if you had 1. Alright, there we go. So we captured 1 sector. We captured a military office. So there's no particular order that you have to capture these. This one has an ammo box. So if you capture all the objectives, then there's a bleed out for the other side, and their tickets will start bleeding as long as that one side has all the objectives capturable. Alright guys, that's it. We won the team deathmatch mission and the sector control. I will link both of these in the description of the video, and you guys can check them out with your friends. And I want to thank you guys for watching, and I will catch you guys on the next video. Bye.